Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some more APBA baseball as I continue to learn APBA Basic. I'm really enjoying it. I picked up a vintage 1949 season set with the extra players, and we're going to play the last game in the American League for the American League pennant. The Boston Red Sox, one game up with two to play, traveled to New York and in reality dropped both games, won 5-4 in the final game of the year, 5-3. The Yankees would go on to win the pennant, obviously, and defeat the Brooklyn Dodgers 4-1 in the 1949 World Series. We're going to play as played lineups. The only thing that's different, the Red Sox is not carded the person who pinch hit, and I understand why he wasn't carded. He had 5 at bats or played in 5 games. So if we want to use a pinch hitter, we're going to use Lou Stringer. Other than that, again, these are cards I picked up on eBay, reasonably priced. And whoever owned them actually wrote the stats on and some other ratings, which maybe that's for advanced. I don't know. But I believe this set came out in 1974, I think. But in the card stock, I have to say with the older, much better than the 1995 set. So without any further ado, we shall play some APBA baseball. I do enjoy this game a lot, and I never, except the dice get stuck constantly. So I do enjoy it. I love my Yahtzee roller. Pitchers will be hitting, and I have the old basic boards, so you'll see me grab these every once in a while to flip them around and read. Here we go with the starting lineups for the visiting Boston Red Sox. Dominic DiMaggio leads things off in center field, followed by Johnny Pesky at third base. In left field, batting third, the splendid splinter Ted Williams. Cleanup batter playing shortstop Vern Stevens. Bobby Doerr plays second, bats fifth. Al Ziegzarella is in right field. Batting seventh at first base, Billy Goodman. Doing the catching is Bertie Tibbetts. He'll bat eighth. Batting ninth, the pitcher, Ellis Kinder. Kinder was a 20-game winner. You can see he was 23-6. I like that the person who owned these cards put the stats on them. And he had a 3.36 ERA. I don't know what this stuff means over here. I believe those are maybe for advanced or something, but I like that the stats are on there. I think all baseball cards, regardless of game, should have stats on them somewhere. For the hometown New York Yankees, Phil Rizzuto leads things off. He's at shortstop. Tommy Hendrick plays first base, batting third, doing the catching, Yogi Berra. Joe DiMaggio, brother of Dominic, is the cleanup hitter, batting fourth in center field. Lindell is in left field. Johnson is at third base. Mapes is in right field, batting eighth. Not Ken Coleman. What is it? Jerry Coleman. Jerry Coleman bats eighth. Vic Raschi does the pitching, batting ninth. Vic Raschi is a B grade with no modifiers. Ellis Kinder is a B grade with a Y modifier. And Vic Raschi, dyslexia is a wonderful thing. Vic Raschi, West Springfield, Massachusetts. He really lived in Springfield, Massachusetts, my dad told me. So that's pretty cool. Here at Yankee Stadium, we have Ron McGrath and Dave Gardner. Hello to Uncle Dave and Ron McGrath. Check out Uncle Dave Gardner's channel, of course, Digital Dice with Ron Juckett. And make sure to check out Ron Juckett on Twitch and YouTube. Ron McGrath says, what year did APBA Ball Field come out? This is with the 1995 set. This board, you mean? This came with the playoff set. I'm looking to pick up 88 on eBay. I looked up on APBA what it would cost. and on eBay what it would cost, and it's about $15 cheaper on eBay. Brian Hoxie, hope all is well. Sports Time Machine, our good friend Mr. Utah Mike. Check out that wonderful channel. Here we go. So here we go. Dominic DiMaggio to lead things off against Vic Raschi. The pitch to Dominic DiMaggio, that's a 16. 16 is a 28. Bases empty. 28 goes to the Yankee fielding, which is a 38. So a 28 is going to be a chopper to shortstop. Rizzuto will make the play throwing to first. DiMaggio is retired 6-3. One down for our beloved Boston Red Sox. So DiMaggio is out. That brings up Johnny Pesky. The pitch to Pesky from Vic Raschi, 53 to Johnny Pesky. 53, what will it be? That's a 19. 19 ground ball. It's going to be an error as the ball shoots through the third baseman's legs. Johnson's E5. Pesky is at first. So Pesky at first with an E5. He's a fast runner. Let's see if there's anything on that 19. No. Ted Williams steps to the plate. So Raschi, looking for a double play ball, will deal with the splendid splinter. Berra sets a target. The pitch to Ted Williams, 53 to Teddy Ballgame. 53 is a 17. 17 popped up, shallow right field. Raschi was able to fool Ted Williams. That's going to be out number 2. Making the catch in right field is Mapes. So Ted Williams had a pitch, a little fooled on the breaking pitch. 2 outs. Pesky will be off on contact. That brings up the shortstop, Vern Stevens. Stevens, 39 homers, 159 ribbies, batting .290 in 1949. The pitch to Vern Stevens, former St. Louis Brown, I believe. 33 doubles is good. That's a 6. That is a double. I already know. I don't have to look. B grade, it doesn't matter. It is a double. So let's look at the B grade and a 6. That's over the head of Joe DiMaggio. He'll get 2. Oh, we got a runner at first. I got to flip to the right. This is one thing I forget once in a while. And I should have looked at the other things because we had a runner at first, but it's too late. I already foobarred it. They're out. They would have been out maybe they wouldn't have been out. 19. Yeah, that would have been a single for Teddy Ballgame. That sucks. We blew that call. It's too late. It's too late. We're not going back. It's going to be a double. I forgot to switch the things. Fast runner scores under 2 outs. With 2 outs, the double scores the run anyway. 1-0. So the error hurts. And again, we made a faux pas. Ted Williams should have, I guess I could change it, but we're not going to now. I forgot to switch the chart. So that's a double for Vern Stevens. Pesky scores from first. Clutch hit for Stevens. I have to remember to switch those charts. Bobby Dorr steps to the plate. Philip Reynolds has joined us along with David Zielinski. So we gave one to the Yankees there, but we got our double and the run in. So now we have a runner at second. We have to switch that chart. All right. So poor Ted Williams, we robbed him of a hit. Stevens at second, 2 outs. Raschi to Bobby Dorr. 52 to Bobby Dorr is an 18. 18. Ball hit to short. Another error on the Yankees. Fast runner will score. Vern Stevens is not a fast runner. So that is a 52. I'm sorry, that's a 27. What the hell did I look at? That's a 27. Why did I say 19? I looked at the wrong thing. 27. That's going to be an out. Grounds out to third. A wide pitcher gets a strikeout. Vic Raschi has no modifiers, so that is a ground out 5-3. I don't know why I looked at 19. So as a 52-27 ground out to third, the Red Sox do pick up a run. We go to the bottom of the first here in New York. 1-0 Red Sox. For the Yankees, it'll be Rizzuto, Heinrich, and Berra to face Ellis Kinder, B grade Y modifier. And let's make sure we switch this back to bases empty. SGJ Jamie has joined us. Cutter Historical, David Selinsky, Ron McGrath, Philip Reynolds, Sports Time Machine, Brian Hoxie, Dave Gardner. SGJ Jamie says, Ted got robbed of a couple of MVP awards, so he's used to it. He did get robbed of a couple of MVP awards because he was not a fan. He was not a favorite of the sports reporters. All right, here comes a scooter. Philip Francis Rizzuto. Phil for short. He's a fast runner. Kinder to Rizzuto. 54 is a 32. 32. Red Sox defense is a 42, which is really good. So they're going to go over here. And that's a 54, 32. That's going to be an out. Right center field, making a magnificent catch, is Zeke Zarella. Zarella tracks it down. Rizzuto gave it a ride. Kinder has a little smile for his right fielder. 1 out, Tommy Henrich. Henrich playing first base for the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Tommy Henrich. That's a 15. A 15 is an 8. B grade on an 8. I already know it's well hit to center field. Tommy DiMaggio racing after it. He makes the diving catch. What a catch by Tommy DiMaggio. A B grade pitcher robs a hit on an 8. So 2 outstanding plays to start off this game for the Red Sox in the outfield. Zeke Zarella in right, and his fellow Paisan, Dominic DiMaggio, brother of Joe, in center. 2 outs, bases empty for Lawrence Peter Yogi Berra. The pitch to Berra, 45. Kinder deals a 45. That's a 14, and that is going to be a walk. A double ZZ pitcher makes it 2 balls, no strikes, but he's a Y. Good at bat for Berra, keeps the inning alive. And now let's remember to switch. Runner on first with 2 outs. Joe DiMaggio steps to the plate. Big Clue, how you doing? Along with Super Bowl tournament, a.k.a. Mike in the truck. Doug Hunt. 1-0 Red Sox. Jolton Joe DiMaggio at the plate. The pitch to DiMaggio. It's a 44. Doubles for DiMaggio. That's a 7. B grade will not take that away. Single to right center field. Fast runner takes second on the throw. So going first to third is Berra. DiMaggio is not a fast runner. He's a neutral runner or a regular runner. So he stays at first. Runners on the corners. Yankees threatening to tie this game. Johnny Lindell steps to the plate. He had 6 homers, 27 ribbies. Only batted .242, though. I don't know why he's starting, but he was starting. Lindell could be a hero here. Kinder takes a deep breath, looks in at Tebbets. The pitch to Johnny Lindell. That's a 51. A 51 is a 9. A 51 is a 9. That son of a gun's going to tie the game here. Chopped off the plate, no play. Oh, we got to go first and third. We got to look at first and third. And you see, sometimes I catch myself. I go, that doesn't make sense. Of course it doesn't make sense, Al. You're not looking at the right chart. So that's a 9. 51's a 9. A lucky roll for the Yankees. Okay. B grade on a 9. Broken bat single. Runner trots in from third. 2 outs. It's first and third. DiMaggio read that well. He was off on contact. So the 2-out walk hurts. Lindell picks up a ribby. We're knotted at 1. Joe DiMaggio had a great read on that. He goes first to third, 2 outs. For William Russell, Billy Johnson. Johnson playing third base. 1-1 baseball game. The pitch to Billy Johnson. 34. Kinder trying to stop this rally here and now. That's a 31 on here. So that's going to be, oh, no. 2 outs. Flies out to center. DiMaggio went back and came in. He makes the catch. The little professor is there. But the Yankees tie it on the clutch 2-out single by Lindell. We're through 1. Nothing's been decided. Final game of the 1949 season. Both teams 96 and 57. We go to the top of the second. Vic Raschi back up on the bump for the New York Yankees. Barbara, how you doing? Hope all is well. And Ty Board Games is here. I'm enjoying APBA. Still learning. I have to remember to switch the charts. It's the one thing I'm not used to. So we go to the bases empty chart to my right. It'll be Al, Zeke Zarella, Billy Goodman, and Bertie Tebbetts. Here's the pitch to Al, Zeke Zarella from Vic Raschi. 41 to Zarella. 41 is a 24. Again, the Yankees fielding defense is a 38. So a 41 is a 24. Yep. So a 24. Hard hit ground ball to Rizzuto. He backhands it. Fires to first for the out. Zarella is retired. 6-3. 1 down in the top of the second. Billy Goodman steps to the plate. First baseman. The pitch to Goodman from Vic Raschi. 25. 25 is an 8. But I know that's going to be an out because Vic Raschi's a B grade. Well hit ball to center field. Jolton Joe DiMaggio racing back, and he makes the catch. Because the B grade pitcher takes away a hit on an 8. So Billy Goodman gives it a ride to no avail. 2 outs, base is empty. Red Sox catcher George Robert Bertie Tibbetts steps to the plate. 5 homers, 48 ribbies, 270 batting average. On deck, the pitcher, Ellis Kinder. Here's the pitch to Bertie Tibbetts. 66 for Bertie Tibbetts is a 0. We re-roll again. Oh, Bertie. 22 is gone. That is a 1. Bertie Tibbetts has given the Red Sox the lead once again here in the top of the second. Tibbetts takes it out to left. Bippity boppity boom to the moon. Boom goes the ball. Bertie Tibbetts touches them all to the shock and chagrin of the Yankee faithful here in the house that Ruth built in the Bronx. So Tibbetts goes yard. It's 2-1 Boston. They come right back to take the lead. That will bring up the pitcher, Ellis Raymond Ellie Kinder. Kinder, a 20-game winner. Kinder, the pitch. 13. 13's a 13. Swing and a miss. Side is retired. I know a 13's a strikeout. But the homer by Bertie Tibbetts puts the Red Sox on top once again. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-1 here in the Bronx. Whoever wins this game takes the American League pennant. Due up for the Yankees, bottom third of their order, Mapes, Coleman, and the pitcher, Vic Raschi. Here's Cliff Mapes to face Kinder. Mapes with a 64 from Kinder. 64 is a 12. A 12. The Red Sox defense is a 42, so that's the best defense you can have as a team. So a 12, one hop at Rocket, speared by the first baseman. What a play by Billy Goodman. He wins the foot race to the bag. Mapes is retired by Billy Goodman, flashing the leather. One out. Jerry Coleman, 53 to Coleman, is an 18. And 18. Ground ball off the glove of Vern Stevens. It's going to be an E6 on the tough chance. You could have gave Jerry Coleman a hit there. Again, that was a 53, and that's an 18. Make sure we go across properly. Yep, an error on Vern Stevens. So that's an E6. Tying run at first for Vic Raschi. Should we lay the bunt down or let him swing the stick? Well, we're going to let Vic Rizzuto's up. I think they probably would lay the bunt down. You know what? We're going to let him swing the stick. He's going to roll doubles probably. No, that's a 31. 31's a 14. It's a walk. Oh, you can't walk the pitcher. 14. Okay, let's make sure we go to runner at first. But a 14 is a walk no matter what. And a tad off the outside corner, a Z pitcher, it's ball 1, but Ellis Kinder's a Y pitcher, it's ball 4. So Kinder, after the error, one out, first and second now, and now we have to go to my left. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. First and second. Let's do that like this. Top of the order for Phil Rizzuto, 2-1 Red Sox. Red Sox hoping to turn 2. Rizzuto trying to tie this game or give the Yankees a lead. The pitch to the scooter from Ellis Kinder. It's a 46. 46 is a 30. A 30 is going to be an out. Will it be a double play, though? Skied to left. No problem for Teddy Ballgame. Runners hold. So there's 2 down. As Rizzuto skies to left. It's a 31, right? Sky to left. The 33. Where was that? It's a out anyway. Did I look at the wrong chart? Why did I say left field? 30. 46 was a 30. Yeah, sky to left. Ted Williams. So Rizzuto is retired. 2 down, first and second. For Tommy Henrik. Henrik flew out to Dami DiMaggio, the little professor in center. Runners will be off on contact. Tibbetts goes through the signs. Kinder nods his head. The pitch to Henrik. 35. A 35 is a 14, and that's a walk. It's a walk no matter what. He's not a Z pitcher. Bases are juice. Kinder's all over the place. Coleman to third. Raschi to second. Second walk of the inning for Ellis Kinder. Third of the game. Yogi Berra steps to the plate. He walked and scored the tying run in the first. Joe DiMaggio on deck. The pitch to Berra. No place to put Yogi. 65 is a 35. We have to go bases loaded. We have to go bases full. And a 65 is a 35 on the 41 and above fielding points. So a 30. You got to be kidding me. Oh, wait. Strike 3. He just blew it by him. Awesome. Unless he's a W pitcher. Unless he's a W pitcher, which he's not. So Berra strikes out. Ellis Kinder, a fortuitous time to get his first K. The Yankees leave him loaded. We go to the top of the third. And again, let's double check that. That's a 65, which is a 35. Bases full. 35. Strike 3. Kinder blows it by him. Awesome. Unless he's a W pitcher, which he's not. He's a Y grade. So Kinder and the Red Sox wiggle out of that one. We go to the top of the third, 2-1 Boston. We have some new folks in the chat. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. Check out his wonderful channel, Mr. Wrestling 2. Check out that wonderful channel. Bernard Strom Sports Replays, another fine YouTube content creator. Philip Reynolds, how you doing? Check out his channel. Let me take a sip of water. All right, here we go. It'll be the top of the order in the top of the third for the Red Sox. Dominic DiMaggio, Johnny Pesky, Teddy Williams, the Splendid Splinter, Teddy Ballgame. Here's the pitcher, Dom DiMaggio, 0 for 1. Rashi with a 26. A 26 is a 30. And we have to go to bases empty chart. So a 30 on the Yankees defense is going to be an out. Fly ball left field towards left center. Making the grab will be the left fielder, Mapes. I'm sorry, Lindell. Mapes is in right. 1 out. The little professor's 0 for 2. Mike Terranova. How you doing? Hope all is well. 1 out for Johnny Pesky. He reached and scored. He reached on the error by the third baseman Johnson, scored on the double by Vern Stevens. Here's the pitch to Pesky from Vic Rashi. That's a 66. It's a 0. We get to re-roll. 44. 2. 2. A shot to left center field off the wall. Skips away. DiMaggio will chase it down, but by the time the throw comes in, sliding safely into third is Johnny Pesky. Red Sox with a 1-out triple. That's a huge insurance run in this 2-1 game. Winner goes to the World Series. Ted Williams steps to the plate. Well, pick your poison. You can walk Williams to set up a double play and pitch to Vern Stevens. And that would be a righty-righty matchup. I don't think that really matters in basic. Let's see here. Yep. Because Vern Stevens is a righty. I think they would walk Ted Williams, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to intentionally walk Ted Williams, who screams out towards the mound, "You chicken shit." So it'll be an intentional walk to Williams to make it first and third with 1 out. Yankees will play for 2. Vern Stevens has knocked in a run with a double. Can he do it again to add to his tremendous RBI total here in 1949? First and third, Yankees playing for 2. The pitch to Vern Stevens is a 21. That's a 30. First and third, 30 Looks like it's going to be a sac fly to left field. Slow runner is doubled up at the plate. Pesky is a fast runner, so he's going to score. It's 3-1 Boston. Holding at first is Ted Williams. So that is a sac fly. 21 was a 30. Sac fly to left, so that was deep enough to score the speedy Pesky. Vern Stevens is knocked in 2. With 2 outs, Bobby Doerr steps to the plate. Runner at first. Bobby Doerr grounded to third. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Bobby Doerr. 55 to Bobby Doerr. That's a 7. A 7 against a B-grade pitcher is going to be a single to right center field. Fast batter takes second on the throw because Williams goes first to third, but Bobby Doerr is a neutral. He's not a fast nor slow runner, so he will single, and Ted Williams goes first to third. Red Sox threatening for more. Yankees really used their bullpen in the last game. I looked up the stats. So Vic Raschi went the distance. Zeke Zarella steps to the plate, grounded to Rizzuto at short. We have first and third now. 3-1 Boston, 2 outs. A pitch to the Zeke. Zarella, 51 is a 9. Oh boy, they're getting a Raschi, the Red Sox are. Raschi, a B grade on a 9. Broken bat single. 4-1 Red Sox, so that's a 51. And that's a 9, B grade. Broken bat single. Williams trots in from third, turns to the Yankee dugout, calls them chicken poop. Well, shit. Zarella with 2 outs goes to third base. Doerr with 2 outs goes to third base. Zeke Zarella has a run batted in. It's now 4-1 Red Sox. One more run given up by Raschi, and his pitching grade goes to a C. Yankees have Lopat up in the bullpen. Billy Goodman flew out to deep center. It was a hell of a catch by Joe DiMaggio. Goodman with a 14. That's going to be a 30 with runners on first and third still. So a 30 should end the inning. Fly ball deep to left, going back at the track in front of the wall, making the catch is Lindell. But the Red Sox plate 2, and they take a 4-1 lead going to the bottom of the third. Vic Raschi is struggling. Due up for the Yankees in the bottom of the third to be DiMaggio, Lindell, and Johnson. That doesn't bring fear to one's heart. No lump in the throat there for Ellis Kinder, though Kinder has been wild. Lopat, there's no tomorrow for either team. Lopat is getting ready in the Yankee bullpen. Again, in reality, Vic Raschi went the distance, and they used Page for 6 innings in the first game of the 2-game series that they had to win after Ollie Reynolds did not pitch well. And I think they won that game late or in extra innings. The Yankees 5-4. So we can't use him and we can't use him. Though Lopat's, no, he's a B grade. I'm not saying we're putting him in yet, but he's getting ready. The pitch to Joe DiMaggio. Jolton Joe DiMaggio with a 43. Kinder wants to get him. 43 is a 29. And we use the bases empty chart now. So a 29 Red Sox with a 42 fielding. 29 will be an out. One hopper to Kinder. Kinder throws to first. The next pitcher would be a strikeout, but he's a wide pitcher, so it's 1-3. DiMaggio is now 1 for 2. DiMaggio is retired. No jolt for Joltin' Joe in that one. Here's the pitch of Johnny Lindell from Ellis Kinder. 32 to Johnny Lindell. That's a 26. That's going to be another out. That ball's hit to second. Dorr makes the play to Goodman. 2 down, 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Kinder looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He's got to concentrate here. He's had opportunities for 1-2-3 innings, but the walks have killed him. The pitch to Johnson. 21 to Johnson's a 13. He'll strike him out. I don't even have to look. Kinder picks up his second K, puts up another goose egg. Nice clean inning for Ellis Kinder. We go to the top of the fourth, 4-1 Red Sox. Vic Raschi has got to put up the goose eggs for the Yankees now. Raschi will face Bertie Tebbetts. Ellis Kinder, then the top of the order, Dominic DiMaggio. Berra sets the target, the pitch to his counterpart, Bertie Tibbetts. That's a 46. That 38. 38 is going to be ball 1. Raschi is not a W pitcher, so ball 1. Tibbetts steps back in the box. Raschi deals. 62. A 62 is a 14. That's a walk. So a good at-bat for Bertie Tebbetts. He's on base. Yogi Berra asks for time, steps out to the mound to have a word with his pitcher, Vic Raschi. Ellis Kinder will bunt. Though Ellis Kinder was not a bad batter. You know what? He's going to swing the stick. Here's the pitch to Kinder. That's a 51. We have to go with a runner on first. 51 is a 23. Runner nailed stealing. With 2 outs, it would be a balk call, but there are not 2 outs. Thrown out of the game for arguing. We're not going to do that. But trying to steal second is the catcher, Bertie Tibbetts. Why, I don't know. Obviously mixed up with signs there. So that's a 23. Yankees fielding is a he's thrown out at second. He's out 2-4. Kinder steps back in the box. Again, the pitch to Kinder is a 13, and that's a strikeout. Kinder strikes out for a second time. Raschi needs a clean inning and a fast inning. 2 outs, base is empty. We go to the top of the order. The little professor, Dominic DiMaggio, 0 for 2. The windup and the pitch to DiMaggio. That's Dominic DiMaggio, 25. A 25 is an 8, but a B-grade pitcher. And the bases are now empty. 13 was a strikeout anyway. So a 25 is an 8. Excuse me. Raschi has not given up 5 runs yet. He is still a B-grade pitcher. That's well hit to center field. But Joe DiMaggio will rob a double from brother Dominic, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 4-1 Red Sox. The little professor robbed by Joltin' Joe. Can the Yankee bats get going here? Ellis Kinder with a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the fourth. He'll deal with the bottom third of the order. Mapes, Coleman, Raschi. We're not going to pinch hit for Raschi yet. The pitch to Cliff Mapes. 34 to Mapes is a 31. A 31 is going to be a deep fly ball to center field. Racing back is Dami DiMaggio. He reaches and leaps, and he makes the catch. So Dami DiMaggio says what's good for the goose is good for the gander. He robs Mapes of extra bases. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network says no brotherly love in baseball. No, there is not. 1 out for Jerry Coleman. Coleman reached on the error by Vern Stevens. The pitch to Coleman is an 11. He's going to re-roll. 32 is a 6. You go to the D grade no matter what on a roll like that. And that's going to be a double to left center field. So Coleman splits Williams and DiMaggio. Decision time. Vic Raschi. Decision time here. Again, in reality, you went the distance, but they're down 4-1. Do you want to go to Hank Bauer? Bauer's got batted .272, 45 ribbies, 10 homers. Bauer and Gene Woodland came in as Bauer came in as a pinch runner and a defensive replacement. Gene Woodland just came in as a defensive replacement. They somehow took Joe DiMaggio out of that game. Again, he might have been injured or something, or playing with a tweak something, because he's a better outfielder than both these guys. Well, I think they're going to stick with Vic Raschi here. The pitch to Raschi, 41. You know what? He'll be bunting. He'll be bunting. We'll stick with the 41, which is a 27, and he's bunting. So a runner on second. Runner on second, and it's a 27. Bunt attempt is popped in the air. It is a double play. Unbelievable. 1-6, inning over. So Vic Raschi foobars the bunt. It is a double play. Kinder quickly catches the line drive bunt, pivots and fires to Vern Stevens. They double up Coleman. Wow. And the side is retired. Yankee threat is snuffed out. 27. Let's see what it would have been on 41, excuse me. A 41 on Bauer would have been a 24. He would have been out anyway. So Vic Raschi he's struggling on the mound. He can't put the sack down. Yankees go to the top of the fifth, down 3. For the Red Sox coming up in the top of the fifth, Pesky, Williams, and Vern Stevens. 4-1 Boston. Winner moves on to the World Series. Uncle Dave Gardner's chanting for the field goal. Lopat is getting ready in the bullpen for the Yankees. Here's the pitch of Johnny Pesky, tripled and scored in his last at-bat. Scored in his first at-bat on the error by the Yankee third baseman Johnson. That's a 62 to Johnny Pesky, which is a 39 bases empty. Is a strike one call. Again, Raschi's not a wild pitcher, so it's just a strike one. Pesky steps back in the box for a 52. A 52 is a 27. Ripped towards third. Diving stop by Johnson. He pops up, throws to first, and they get Pesky by a step and a half. An ex-pitcher would have had a strikeout. What a great play by Johnson, making up for an error earlier in the game. Pesky is retired. 5-3, 1 down here in the top of the fifth. Ted Williams has flown out and has been intentionally walked. He scored a run. Ted Williams comes up, looks out at Rashi, calls him a chicken shit. The pitch to the splendid Splinter, it's a 51, and that's an 8. But he's still a B-grade pitcher. Williams rips that ball to center field. Racing back is DiMaggio. Joe reaching out, makes the lunging catch. Williams kicks the dirt as he rounds first. What a catch by Joe DiMaggio. He robs another Red Sox batter. And again, that he's still a B grade because he has not given up that 5th run. You can see on the 8, well hit to center. 2 outs, bases empty for Vern Stevens. Stevens has doubled in a run and knocked another run in with a sac fly to left. The pitch to Vern Stevens. Berra sets up inside. That's a 24 to Vern Stevens. 13, swing and a miss. Rashi gets him, the 3rd K for Vic Rashi, the first time he's got someone other than Ellis Kinder. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Red Sox. As Ellis Kinder approaches the mound. Kinder will face the top of the order for the Yankees, Rizzuto, Heinrich, and Berra. This is where the Yankees must do damage. If anyone gets on, Jolton Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio's played stellar in center field. Lopak continues to warm in the Yankee bullpen. There is no tomorrow for either team. Winner goes to the World Series to face the Brooklyn Dodgers, who just won the National League pennant by 1 game over the St. Louis Cardinals. Had the Red Sox and Cardinals won in reality, it would have been a rematch of 46. Here's the pitch to Phil Rizzuto, 0 for 2. Rizzuto with a 61 is a 24. 24 is a hard hit ball to his counterpart at short for the Red Sox. Vern Stevens, he backhands, throws a strike to Billy Goodman, 1 down. With each out, Yankee fans get a sinking feeling. With each out, Red Sox fans are thinking this could be the year. Here's the pitch to Tommy Henrich. 25 to Henrich is an 8, but Ellis Kinder has the voodoo. He's a B-grade pitcher. That's our shot to center. It looks like it might gap Zarella and the little professor, Tommy DiMaggio, but Tommy DiMaggio lays out and makes the catch. Oh, my Lord, the DiMaggios are going back and forth with unbelievable catches. Kinder tips his cap to his center fielder, the little professor, the younger brother of Joe, Dominic DiMaggio. Sean Kaufman, how you doing, my friend? He says, glad you are enjoying the APBA baseball. I am. I have to get used to moving the charts. Sometimes I mess up with that, but I do like this game. As I said, you weren't here earlier. I picked up this 1949 season, vintage season, on eBay, and it was about $10, $12, $15 less than it would be to buy from APBA. And because I'm playing the basic, and I will be getting the regular basic game from APBA at some point. And whoever had this card set, they put the stats on here. Like, I don't know what 33 PB, well, maybe that's pass ball 1, probably. I don't know what 33 means. I don't know what any of these stats that the person wrote in. They're probably for advanced. And again, I'm playing basic, and I'm happy with that. So Henrich is retired. Yogi Berra is 0 for 1, a walk. He scored a run on the single by Lindell. That tied the game in the bottom of the first. Since then, the Red Sox have plated 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and it's a 4-1 game. Berra is also struck out. The pitch to Yogi from Ellis Kinder. It's a 21. A 21 is a 30. Bases empty. That's going to be an out. Long drive to left center field. Ted Williams calling off DiMaggio at the final second. Teddy Ballgame makes the catch with a little wry smile to the little professor. Says, you can't have all the fun. Very rare that Ted Williams would call off the little professor. Oops, we messed up the board. 2 outs for Jolton Joe DiMaggio. If he goes yard, he'll cut the Red Sox lead in half. 4-1 Boston. Bottom of the fifth. The pitch to DiMaggio. 21 from Ellis Kinder. That's a 14. DiMaggio battles for a walk. Keeps the inning alive for Lindell. Lindell has knocked in a run with a single and grounded to Bobby Doerr at second. So we have a runner at first. We have to flip this chart. DiMaggio is a normal runner. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network says they are symbols and numbers are master game symbols, and the numbers they wrote the numbers they wrote on the card. That's what I thought. What I do like is the person wrote in the stats. And again, if you're just joining me, every baseball sim should have stats on the card. Some games don't, and I understand why they don't do it, but there's room to put it on there. I highly recommend stats on the card for any game. There are games I enjoy playing, and I still wish they had stats on the card. So with 2 outs, DiMaggio at first, the pitch to Johnny Lindell. 13, that is going to be, that's a walk. 14, I don't even have to look. And again, you can see Kinder's sometimes lack of control haunts him. First and second, he gets the first 2 batters out, then he walks DiMaggio and Lindell, and that's 1, 2, 3. What's that? 5 walks, I think? It's at least 5 walks I see. Might have missed one. 1, that run scored. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's got to be concerning to the Red Sox dugout. Third baseman Billy Johnson steps to the plate, not Billy White Shoes Johnson. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout to the younger brother of Joe, Dominic, in center. Bertie Tibbetts goes out, had a word with Kinder, now back behind the plate, sets a target. The pitch to Billy Johnson is a 12, is a 25. So we have first and second. And it's a 25. That's going to be an out, and the inning will be over. What a pivot. Double play, but that's not really going to come into play here. There's 2 outs. It is first and second. 25. We're going to call it a force out at second, 6-4. So Vern Stevens tosses the ball on the hard hit ball off the bat of Johnson to Bobby Doerr, who steps on second. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, first and second. Yeah. So it's a force out. And that's a force out of Lindell. So it's going to be 6-4. We go to the top of the 6th. Yeah, first and second. Yeah, we'll just call it a force out. 4-1 Boston. Can the Red Sox go to the World Series here? Lopat seems ready in the bullpen. If next time Vic Raschi comes up, he will be pinch hit for. So it's Bobby Doerr, Al Zeke Zarella, Billy Goodman. Raschi's still a B-grade pitcher. He's only given up 4 runs. 1 more run. Is it 5 runs? How is that? 5 runs. Let me go back and look. Loring. That's base coaches. If a pitcher allows 5 earned runs in any 3 or fewer consecutive innings. Oh, so he's okay. He's okay because it's not going to be consecutive innings. He almost did. It had to be in 3 consecutive innings, though. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Grade advancement. If a pitcher allows no earned runs in 5 consecutive innings, if Kinder gets a goose egg in the 6th, his pitching grade will go to an A, if I'm understanding that rule properly. All right. So right now, Vic Raschi seems okay to keep that B grade. Bobby Doerr steps to the plate. Bobby Dorr is 1 for 2. He's grounded to third and singled. The pitch to Bobby Dorr is a 25. That's an 8. B grade. I already know that's going to be a deep shot to center. Once again, Joltin' Joe DiMaggio will track it down because a B grade pitcher takes away the hit on the 8. He's got the voodoo, as King Ikeboo would say. So 1 down. For Al Zeke Zarella, Zarella's 1 for 2, a single and a ribby, and a ground out to Rizzuto at short. The pitch to Zeke from Rashi. 41 to Al Zeke Zarella is a 24. Yankees have the middle fielding column. That's going to be an out on the 24. Sharp ball hit to Rizzuto, who throws to first for out number 2. So that goes Rizzuto to Heinrich. 2 outs, base is empty for Billy Goodman. Goodman has flown out twice. Ferris sets a target. The pitch to Billy Goodman, 51 from Vic Rashi. 51 is an 8, and again, it's a deep shot to center field. DiMaggio, Joltin' Joe racing back, and he makes the grab. Unbelievable. That 8 is just taken away by the B grade. So Vic Rashi has settled down after 3 shaky innings. He's thrown up 3 goose eggs. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-1 Boston. Clinton Parks, the good Admirals, joined us. 5 walks. Panther pitch just played won 7 walks for one team, 4 errors for another team. Ouch. 3-2 game up. Good to see our good friend Clinton Parks. For the Yankees, it's going to be Mapes, Coleman, and a pinch hitter for Rashi. And again, in reality, Rashi went the distance, but they're down 4-1. APBA Brian, how are you? Oh, geez, almost knocked the Yahtzee thing over. Well, I did knock the Yahtzee thing over, but the dice didn't go anywhere. Here's the pitch to Mapes. 26 to Mapes is a 13. That's a strikeout. Kinder gets Mapes, who's now 0 for 3. Jerry Coleman steps to the plate. Coleman doubled and reached on an error by Vern Stevens. Coleman with a 63 is a 31. Base is empty. That's going to be an out. Fly ball deep to center. Not deep enough because it's a little Professor Dominic DiMaggio making the catch. 2 outs. Base is empty. Do we stick with Rashi? He's still a B grade. We're going to stick with Rashi. The pitch to Vic Rashi, 65 is a 35. What would have been on Bauer's card? 35 either way. Gene Woodling, 35. Doesn't matter. So that's going to be an out on the 35. Jammed, popped up. Foul territory. Bernie Tibbetts throws the mask aside, racing over, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Bernie Tibbetts. The Yankees go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-1 Boston. Go ball as well with APBA Brian. Are your Chiefs going to win this week? I didn't check out your football picks yet. All right, so it's going to be Tibbetts, Kinder, and the top of the order, Dominic DiMaggio, to face Vic Rashi, B grade, no modifiers. The pitch to Bertie Tibbetts. Tibbetts has homered and walked. That's a 42. A 42 is a 14. Bertie Tibbetts works a walk. I don't have to look. I know 14s are walks and 13s are strikeouts. Doubles are good, and if you have a 1 after it, it's gone. So Tibbetts reaches base once again. Lopat is ready in the bullpen. Ellis Kinder is going to swing the stick. 63 to Kinder is a 32. We should have had him bunt. Runner at first, so we have to flip this chart. Again, I have the old school game. And it is a 32. That's going to be a fly out to DiMaggio in center. Retreating back to first is Tibbetts. The good news is Kinder made contact. APBA Bryant says, should be a good game in Green Bay with Jordan Love playing so well lately. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the order. Dami DiMaggio looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. The pitch to the little professor. 16's a 28. A 28 is going to be runner at first. Slowly hit ball to short. Rizzuto charges. The only play is to first. Advancing to second is Birdie Tibbetts. Dami is 0 for 4. Nice play by the scooter, Phil Rizzuto. 4-1. 2 outs. Johnny Pesky, the left-handed batting third baseman, strides to the batter's box, trying to knock in another run. As Tibbetts, a neutral runner, is at second. So we have to flip this chart and go now to the runner on second. I do like these charts. I just have to remember to flip them. Vic Raschi to Johnny Pesky. 53 is a 19. Ooh, I don't know what that's going to be. A 19. Plunked by a wayward fastball. So Vic Raschi tries to come high and tight. He hits Pesky. Again, that's a 19 on the second column for defense. So Pesky is hit by pitch. He goes to first. Oh, should have been a runner on. Yeah, so it's now first and second. Okay, that's right. Tibbetts still at second. Ted Williams, they're not going to walk Teddy this time. So we have first and second. We use this chart. Put that over here. The pitch to Teddy ball game, 23. Swing and a miss. Oh, my Lord. Ted Williams is pissed at himself. Vic Raschi picks up a strikeout of Ted Williams. The side is retired. The Red Sox leave 2. But can the Yankee bats come to life here in the bottom of the 7th? Ted Williams strikes out. Ouch. Red Sox send Ellis Kinder back to the mound as they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. APBA Bryant is sweeping curve, low and away to get Teddy. So Ellis Kinder here in the 7th to face Phil Rizzuto. The pitch of the scooter, 0 for 3. Rizzuto with a 63 is a 31. Let's get to the right chart. I guess the new game has a book or something. So it's similar, I would think, to History Maker Baseball, that you flip through a book. I don't mind the charts. I just have to, again, remember to flip. So 63 is a 31 off the bat of Rizzuto. And that's going to be an out. As he flies out to the little professor in center field, who runs it down. Rizzuto is 0 for 4. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Beatles Eternally, how you doing? He says, pocket Pennant run 3 tomorrow, baby. All right. Check out Beatles Eternally. He had a wonderful, I think it was yesterday, chat regarding APBA, who does not like to have sales because sales do not generate more sales, I guess. I'm going to do a little show on that also. I find that interesting and silly. But check out Beatles Eternally's channel, subscribe to it, as well as APBA Brian and other luminaries in the chat, such as Clinton Parks, Dwayne Martz, YouTube network, and we have Philip Reynolds, Dave Gardner, Bernard Strom Sports Replays, Michael Canastari, how you doing? Mr. Wrestling 2, Ty Board Games, I think has a YouTube channel. Sports Super Bowl Tournament, aka Mike in the Truck, Cutter Historical, Sports Time Machine. All right, here we go. As the dice got stuck. One out for Tommy Henrik. Kinder to Henrik. That's going to be a 35. 35 is a walk. Another walk. Second time Henrik's walked. He's either walked or flown out to DiMaggio in center. One out, one on. So let's flip this chart to runner on first. Mel Parnell is in the Red Sox bullpen. He was used. Didn't get anybody out in reality. But he was used. Yogi Berra, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. He scored a run. The only run the Yankees scored in the first off the single from the left fielder, Lindell. Yogi Berra with a 31. It's a 9. The B grade will not take the voodoo away. Infield single as it's chopped off the plate. A Baltimore chop before it was known as a Baltimore chop. So that's a 9. Runner on first. Chopped off the plate. No play. Single. Going to second is Henrik. Bear is at first. 1 out, 2 on. First and second. Let's move this over. And before I go into a coughing fit, let me, drink some water. Uncle Dave Gardner says, I think Juckett did 1949. Yes, he did. Bernard Strom Sports Replays. Lots of base on balls in 49. Absolutely. So Henrik at second, Berra at first, and the dangerous Joe DiMaggio at the plate. Kinder to DiMaggio. 31 for Jolton Joe. That's an 8, but Kinder is a B grade. Now, will that take away anything? So we have first and second, an 8, B grade. Slowly hit to third, so that does take away a hit. Runners advance to second and third. Only play for Pesky is to throw to Goodman. So DiMaggio had a pitch to grip and rip. Bounces a slow one to third. He is out 5-3. Henrik to third. Barrett is second. And again, what happens there on that 31, you see it's an 8. But Kinder is a B grade. B grade, here's the 8. And you can see slowly hit the third base, runner advance. So it takes away a hit. I kind of like that. That's cool. So now it's second and third. That's first and third. So second and third has to be behind bases full. Yes, it is. So it's second and third. 2 outs. Tibbetts goes out to have a word with Kinder. Lindell, I think we might pinch hit for Lindell with Hank Bauer. You don't want to go with Woodland because we could bring in Parnell, lefty-lefty matchup, and that would make he's an A grade, so he actually would advance. There's actually another grade. He would be an A. I don't know what an A-B grade means. So he would just stay at an A grade. He would just stay at an A grade, I guess. I don't understand. I guess a pitcher can be graded 2 things. It says here. I don't have any. I've not seen any pitching cards that have 2 grades. If APBA Brian's still here, what does that mean? Or anybody? when the pitcher has 2 grades. Hank Bauer was a much better hitter, and I think we're going to do – they didn't really do this, though Bauer did get in the game. Hank Bauer is going to pinch hit for Lindell and play left. Mr. Wrestling, even better than A. Yeah, that part I kind of understand, but what – so Bruce Berkowitz is 1 grade for starting and 1 for relief. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thank you. So Hank Bauer is going to pinch hit for Lindell with 2 outs. And he's going to stay into play left. Bauer's a 2, and he's a neutral runner. So that's going to increase the Yankees to a 39 defense, which is still going to keep them in the second defensive column. And I'm just going to white out this. It's going to be a 39. And Bauer comes in at the bottom of the 7th. And Lindell's out. APBA Brian, when a pitcher has 2 grades, an out is either column retires it. Oh, an out and that is cool. So it's not for Bruce says maybe not. So Bruce, I guess, is thank you anyway for the starting relief thing. But APBA Brian says, so if there's an out in either column, I get it. I got to remember that. Okay. Thank you, APBA Brian. So Lindell's gone. We'll just put him over here. So Hank Bauer will pinch hit. Kinder will stay in to face Bauer. He's only given up 1 run, though he's walked a plethora. That run was in the first off the bat of Lindell. But now can Hank Bauer tie the game? 2 outs, second and third. The pitch to Hank Bauer. It's a 42, and he walks. A 42 would have been a walk either way. So that's interesting how these numbers kind of stay the same. It doesn't really switch sometimes. The bases are juiced. Yet another walk. For Kinder. Bases loaded for Johnson. Johnson will stay in the game. Bases full. McCarthy coming out of the dugout takes that walk to the mound. He meets Bertie Tebbetts. Bobby Dorr and Johnny Pesky meet him on the mound with Vern Stevens. Billy Goodman just off the mound. They're gonna play normal. There's 2 outs. They're playing normal. Yep, you have to declare with bases loaded. Yep. We're not gonna go to Tex Houston. That's for sure. And I don't want to go to the lefty Mel Parnell, though he's an A grade. And they did use Parnell. And an A grade is better than a B grade. That's, They're going to stick with Kinder. The pitch to Billy Johnson. It's a 51, and it's a 9. Had we went with Parnell, it's an, oh my God, a 9 would have been an out. A 9 would have been an out. We didn't go with Parnell. We stuck with Ellis Kinder. He doesn't have the voodoo to stop that. Wait a second. Does he have the voodoo to stop that? I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 scoreless innings. 5 scoreless innings. Hold on a second. He might have the voodoo. If a pitcher advancement, if a pitcher allows no earned runs in 5 consecutive innings, increases grade by 1 letter. Oh, Nelly. So, a B grade, I would assume, would go to an A, correct? If he allows no runs for 6 consecutive innings, increase another letter. An A pitcher can blah, blah, blah. You can't advance farther than that. You cannot advance beyond an A. So, he becomes an A pitcher because he has thrown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scoreless innings. His pitching grade is an A. That 51 is a 9, but the base is full and everyone's playing normal because there's 2 outs. And a 9 is an out. Ellis Kinder wiggles out of the jam. I do believe I interpreted those rules correctly. He becomes 5 innings scoreless. He goes from a B to an A. It is a fly out to deep center and actually it's a strikeout. It becomes a strikeout with 2 outs. See the asterisk there? He strikes out Billy Johnson because 5 scoreless innings, he goes from a B to an A. I do think I did that correctly. Did I do that correctly, Appa Brian? Before I move on, I'm marking the strikeout. Second time, Kinder has gotten Johnson. And Appa Brian says I did that correct. That is awesome. Oh, he challenged him with a fastball. There's no place to put him, and he struck him out. So again, Bauer will stay in to play left. And their defense increased by 1, but it still stays in the second defensive column because they're now a 39, and a 36 through 40 is a second defensive column. Ellis Kinder will be buying drinks tonight. Yes, he will. Okay. Wow, that was huge. We go Vic Raschi, who's still a B grade because he did not give up a 5th run within, is it 5 innings? Is that 5 innings too? The pitcher allows 5 earned runs, in 3 innings, and he gave up 4. But then he threw up a bunch of goose eggs, so he's still a B grade, and they're going to stick with Vic Raschi. They will pinch hit for him this time around, though, in the bottom of the 8th. Raschi to Vern Stevens. Stevens is knocked in 2 with a double, and sac fly is also struck out. That's a 55! A 55 is an 8, and that's going to be an out to deep center because the B grade on an 8 takes away the well-hit ball to center. So you do start remembering stuff, and I'll just show you again. B grade, and this is an 8, flies out to deep center. So both DiMaggio brothers have been on their horses in center, and Vern Stevens can't believe it. 1 down. Vic Raschi, first 3 innings were trouble. He's settled in, but it could be too late. 4-1 Red Sox, 1 out. Here's a pitch to Bobby Doerr. He singled in his only hit. He's 1 for 3. Bobby Doerr, the 25. And again, a deep fly ball to center field. Racing back is DiMaggio. Jolton Joe makes the fine running catch to left center. 2 away. So Vic Raschi with the 8 voodoo. How do you do? 2 outs, base is empty for Al Zeke Zarella. Zarella's 1 for 3. He's grounded out twice to Rizzuto. Sandwiched between those ground outs, a single with a ribby. Berra sets a target. The pitch to Zeke Zarella. 35 is a 14. Zeke Zarella works a walk. Inning stays alive. For Billy Goodman, he's hit the ball quite hard today. 2 to center, 1 to left. Nothing to show for it. The pitch to Billy Goodman from Vic Raschi. That's a 16, 28. Runner at first. Flip this chart. That's going to be an out. I know it's an out, but what kind of out? Chopper to short. Rizzuto charges. Throws a strike to Henrik. Side retired. The walk doesn't hurt. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Red Sox. I think we're going to pinch hit for Mapes. And we're definitely going to pitch hit for Rashi. We'll pick a different player, obviously. Mapes, though, he batted .247, though he's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Gene Woodland, let's just look. Gene Woodland batted. See, again, the guy's got the averages. He wrote him in. I like that. 270, 5 homers. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Mapes, though, actually has 7 homers. So Mapes, you know what? We'll leave Gene Woodland a pinch hit. For Vic Rashi. Now, my question is, we got to change this to bases empty. Kinder is an A grade, correct? It wasn't just for the last inning. He stays an A grade. Is that correct, APBA Brian? And Vic Rashi's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's thrown 5 scoreless innings, so he's going to be an A grade. So Vic Rashi's going to be an A grade. So Vic Rashi's going to be an A grade now. All right. All right, so he does stay. Thank you, APBA Brian. All right, here's the pitch to Cliff Mapes. Red Sox 6 outs away. That's a 52, a 27. I know that's an out. We go to the first chart, defensive column, or what? Going this way, it's the first chart. It's a 27. It's going to be a ground out to Vern Stevens. Red Sox 5 outs away from winning the American League pennant. Mapes 0 for 4. That brings up Jerry Coleman. Coleman has reached base twice, once on an error by Stevens, a double. Then he's flown out to the little professor, Dami DiMaggio in center. The windup and the pitch from Kinder, 16. 16 is a 28. That's going to be out number 2. This time, Vern Stevens showing some range in the hole. Backhands, pivots, fires low. Scooped out of the dirt by Billy Goodman. 2 down. And Vic Rashi will not hit. It will be Gene Woodland. Gene Woodland will pinch hit for Rashi. Woodland in the 8th. And Lopat will come in to pitch the top of the 9th. And he's a B grade. B grade with a 1 fielding, so that's not going to change the fielding. He's slow, but he's not going to hit anyway. So he's a B grade. And a Z modifier, which I think means he strikes out people, I think. Kinder to Gene Woodland. And that is a double one. Oh, Nelly. We re-roll. It's a 26. A 26 is a 6, and that's a double because you go to the D grade. It's a double to left center field. So Gene Woodland keeps hope alive with a pinch hit double. We go to the top of the order. Right-hand batting, Phil Rizzuto. This could be it for Kinder. The pitch to Rizzuto with a 43 is a 29. He'll get out of it. That's a double, so we have to go runner to second. But I think that's going to be an out. Let's go runner on second. Oh, the Z and ZZ modifiers are for control. Got it. I know they're good. So a 43 for Rizzuto is a 29. Where's the 43? There it is, a 29. We go to the 41 or more fielding points for the Red Sox, and it's a 29. Check swing number to first. Goodman charges. He'll flip to Kinder, who wins the foot race to the bag. Rizzuto is gone 3-1. The Red Sox are 3 outs away from winning the American League pennant and going to the World Series to face the Brooklyn Dodgers. Lopat Let's get Woodland out of there. Low pad is on the mound. We wrote down over here what low pad is. B grade, Z modifier. Look at me using the lingo for APBA. It is a fun game. I never thought I would play APBA. And you know, I said, I saw it on eBay. I got the 95 playoff teams. And that was pretty, I put in a low offer. Not horribly low, but what I thought was fair. And the guy said yes. And with this one, I said I liked it. The guy came back. He cut his price. I didn't want to counter offer because I said, you know, that's a fair price. And I got the 49 set. So Lopat to face Tibbetts, Kinder, and DiMaggio. 4-1 Red Sox. Lopat B grade. 65. Oh. Get the right team there. 65 to Birdie Tibbetts is a 35. I know that's an out. We got to go to bases empty. I think that's a ground out. I don't remember, but I know it's an out. A 35 is an out. It is popped up behind the plate. Berra will make the play near the screens as he tosses his mask to the side. Birdie Tibbetts retired by his counterpart. Yogi Berra. Tibbetts homered in the second. 1 out. Ellis Kinder will hit for himself. He's an A grade. He's cruising on down the highway. Only gave up 1 run in the first. It's a 36 to Kinder. 36 is a 33. I know that's an out as it's popped up near the mound. A Y pitcher gets a strikeout. Low pad is a Z. And again, that's a 33. The second baseman will make the catch as he calls off the pitcher. Lopat. That's Jerry Coleman. So Kinder is retired on a pop-out 4. 2 pop-outs, 2 outs, top of the order, Dominic DiMaggio. DiMaggio has played stellar defense in center, but he is hitless. 0 for 4 for the Little Professor. Lopat to the Little Professor. It's a double one. We roll again. It's a 25, which is a 2. It's a triple to left center field. This time they can't catch the ball off the bat of Dominic DiMaggio. A 2-out triple. 4-1, 2 outs. Johnny Pesky, last time he was up, he was plunked by Vic Raschi. The pitch to Pesky, 35, is a 9. A 9 is going to be a single to left. Runner at third. Obviously, he's going to score. So this I should have played in, but it's a 9 anyway. It doesn't matter. Single to left. It's 5-1 Red Sox. Pesky gets revenge for being plunked. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's more than a 9. Maybe it's more than a single. Let me look. I had the wrong runner at third. Gotta find the runner at third, runner at second. Again, the charts. It's runner at first. Base is empty. Runner at second. Flip it. Here it is. Runner at third. It was 35, which is a 9. Runner on third before I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, see, it is. So, okay, B grade. Runner on third. Line to left center field gap for a hit. Trying for 2. Out at second. All right, so the run scores, but That's why you got to look at the right chart. But Pesky is out trying to turn it into a double. That goes 7-6. Rizzuto tags him out. And that will retire the side. But the Red Sox pick up another run. So you have to make sure you look at the right chart, obviously. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Ellis Kinder trying to take the Red Sox to the 49 World Series versus the Brooklyn Dodgers. He will face Henrik, Berra, and DiMaggio. It's now a 4-run lead for the Red Sox. The pitch to Tommy Henrik. 33 gets doubles, and that is a 6 against an A grade. And we have to go bases empty. So it's a 6 on an A grade. A hustle double. He took a chance. Henrik doubles. Mel Parnell is waiting in the pen. You have Bearer, then DiMaggio, and Bauer. Bearer is a lefty. They're going to stick with Ellis Kinder. Bearer gets a 16. Now we have a runner at second. So we got to make sure we go to the right chart. 16 for Bear is a 28. A 28 is a ground ball to short. Stevens looks Henrik back as he throws to Goodman. 1 out. Yankees 2 outs away from losing the American League pennant. Both teams are tied here on the final day of the season here in the Bronx, 96-57. In reality, the Yankees would win 5-3. The pitch to Joe DiMaggio, 43-29, runner at second. That's going to be another out, 29. Check swing. Grounded slowly to first, charging is Billy Goodman. He pivots. Leads Kinder to the bag. He steps on the bag. Advancing to third is Henrik, but now there's 2 down. It's all up to Hank Bauer. Red Sox on the top step of the dugout. Yankee fans hoping for a miracle. The pitch to Hank Bauer. 43 to Bauer is a 29. This ball game is over. Another number towards first. Goodman has it. Tosses to Kinder. He steps on the bag, and the Boston Red Sox have won the American League pennant on the final day of the final game of the season here in the Bronx on October 2nd. It is the Boston Red Sox celebrating in the house that Ruth built. How appropriate. Is the curse done? So the Red Sox, behind a tremendous effort, though sloppy at times, by Ellis Kinder with his walks, win 5-1. The actual, was 5-3 Yankees, but we have a 5-1 victory for the Red Sox. Kinder goes 9, walks 3,005, but only gives up 1 run. And Kinder struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are pretty much the stats I like to keep. Vic Raschi struggled in the first 3 innings. He gave up 4 runs. He's the losing pitcher. Gave up 4 runs. Raschi pitched 8 innings. Lopat pitched 1. Vic Raschi struck out 1, 2. He struck out 4. Lopat gave up a run in the 9th. He didn't have any Ks. The winning pitcher, Ellis Kinder. The Red Sox win the American League pennant. That's APBA Baseball. It's pretty fun. I still make a few mistakes with not moving the charts, but Appa Brian explained to me that I'm going to have to write this down. If you are an A in another letter, if there's an out in either one of those columns, I'm going to put that here. So an A and other letter out in either column, in either, is an out. Example, A and B, A and C. Cool. Cool. Appa Brian says, you did great. It was very entertaining. I learned a lot from you, Appa Brian, and others. I watched many an Appa video. Very fun game. Red Sox win on the final day. I've had good luck with this game. I can when the Red Sox replay the Yankees in 49 with whether it's PC or card and dice. I've won it in Strat. We've won it in APBA. I've won it in Out of the Ballpark a few years back. I still cannot beat the 86 Mets with any freaking Red Sox team. We'll try that once again with Strat at some point. So thank you very much. This was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. As we continue to learn APBA, I thank everyone who was in the chat helping me along. I'd like to thank Barbara Zeleckman, Appa Brian, Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. Please check out that wonderful channel. Doug Hunt, thank you. Beatles Eternally, another fine content creator, as he says, Brooklyn awaits. Bruce Berkowitz, thank you. And thank you for trying to help. I always appreciate that. Mr. Wrestling 2, another fun YouTube content creator. Clinton Parks, thank you. The Good Admiral. Dave Gardner, thank you. Check out his wonderful channel, of course, Digital Dice with Ron Juckett. Very fine podcast. You can listen to where any podcast can be heard or on YouTube. Also, make sure you check out Ron Juckett on Twitch and YouTube. Bernard Strom Sports Replays, another wonderful content creator. Scroll up. Sean Kaufman, thank you. He says, I replayed this game using Stratomatic and New York won my game. Isn't it funny how the dice gods are? Mike Terranova. Philip Reynolds has a YouTube channel. Remember to check that out. Michael Canastari. Ty Board Games. Super Bowl Tournament, a.k.a. Mike in the Truck. A wonderful mod creator for Pro Strategy Football. Check out his wonderful channel. SGJ Jamie. Cutter Historical. Check out his fun channel. David Selinsky. Ron McGrath. Sports Time Machine. Our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike, is a fine YouTube content creator in our community. Brian Hoxie. Always great to see him in our chat. So thank you. Clinton Park says, it sure was. Just finished, won 3 stolen bases, 5 caught stealing, and 9 errors. Federal League game. That's old school, Clinton. That's old school, my friend. If you enjoyed the stream, please hit that like button. If you have not subscribed and you wish to do so, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Check out the other wonderful content creators. I've named a few who are in the chat, but there's many others. Become a member of the FOC, friend of the channel, friend of the community. It's very easy. You just subscribe to us. You subscribe to myself. You subscribe to the other wonderful channels in the community. Have fun. Come where everybody knows your name. Robbing a line from Cheers. Stay safe. Be smart. Treat people the way you be treated. It's a crazy world out there, and we got to keep some sanity amongst ourselves. I love you all. Greatly appreciate everyone's time. God bless and peace.